Assalamualaikum and hello. We are from Team 4. We present about sourcing human resource in the global market. My name is HAFIZ OSMAN. Now, I will present an introduction to our topic. Rather than waiting for the individuals to apply on their own, sourcing in human resource refers to the proactive search for, contact with, and engagement of qualified applicants for a job vacancy. The primary goal of sourcing in the human resource is to attract qualified prospects, particularly passive candidates, into the recruitment funnel. So, in this assignment, we want to find out what the issues that multinational enterprise will face in sourcing human resource in the global market. Many issues can relate in this topic. For example, staffing, selection, and political risk and high costs. Thank you. Now I will pass to the next presenter, Siti ZUMRATUL.
Thank you, Hafiz. I will proceed for my part, but before that, I will introduce myself first. My name is Siti ZUMRATUL BINTI ZOLKPHLI, and I will explain about the issue of sourcing HR for global market, which is staffing. Staffing is the practice of recruiting qualified applicants for particular roles inside an organization or corporation. Management defines staffing as the process of employing individuals, evaluating their talents and knowledge, and then allocating them to specific work assignments. There are many functions of staffing, and one of them is promote the most effective use of human resources in a variety of ways. On the fundamental level, selecting individuals with the skill required to complete particular tasks. Additionally, a staffing policy can be used to support an advanced company culture. There are 4 types of staffing policy, which are ethnocentrism, polycentrism, geocentrism, and regiocentrism. But we will focus more on ethnocentrism. The meaning of ethnocentrism. Ethnocentrism is a consumer's conviction that it is morally right to buy imported or foreign items in order to help. However, ethnocentric staffing involves recruiting managers from the same nation as the parent company when it comes to sourcing. The benefit of hiring ethnocentrically includes addressing skills gap in the host nation, assisting with the transfer of essential abilities, and maintaining a consistent company culture. We move on to the example of this issue. When companies decide to only hire citizens of the parent country to work in host countries, they are using an ethnocentric strategy. Foreign nationals from the parent country frequently fill higher level position abroad. Hitachi, Sony, and Panasonic are Japanese companies that have an ethnocentric approach. Due to lack of experience and the requirement for corporate communication, these corporations decide to utilize an ethnocentric approach for their subsidiaries in Thailand, Vietnam, and India. Given that the majority of the clients in India and Thailand are Japanese manufacturers, having an expert who speaks Japanese and can connect with the client's parent firm in Japan is still essential. All from me, thank you, and I will pass to the next presenter, Auni.
Thank you, Ashikin. Now we continue on second issue. Before that, I will introduce myself. My name is Auni MAISARAH binti Mesran, and I will explain the second issue of sourcing human resource for global market, which is selection. As we know, selection procedure is the most difficult step in select the good employee before they doing a global assignment. Selection step include collecting information to evaluate and decided who should be picked for an overseas assignment. But there are other problems with the selection process, which is prejudice, evaluation on the one task only, lack information and knowledge. This decision may be affected on unsuitable candidate. Candidate might be facing a difficult in the new language and problem with adapting the new culture. Lastly, might be impacted of expatriate failure. That's all for me. Let's jump to the next presenter, which is KHAIRUL. Go KHAIRUL.
Thank you, Auni. So I'm FAQIHAH AINA. I will explain about example of organization that has an issue with the selection of expatriate, which is Coca-Cola. According to my study, it's because Coca-Cola has to deal with employees who are fluent in various languages because the company operates internationally.
I'm Detective Carter. Do you speak any English?
To choose the right expatriates, it becomes crucial for the company to use correct selection technique. To chosen candidates who satisfy the criteria for expatriation must undergo training to orient them to the business and the relevant job duties. It is costly to recruit qualified expatriates. However, Coca-Cola Company also makes use of a recruitment program to find suitable expatriates. For instance, Coca-Cola continues to recruit college students from other nations, whether they are enrolled in local American universities or are studying overseas. There were 4 out of 21 people are American. Once enrolled in the program, the student is trained before being returned back to their origin country. Additionally, the business offers an internship program to foreigner students who want to work abroad or in the US during their vacation time. This is useful to the management as they are able to select a potential worker for their company. The standards really help Coca-Cola Company to find the most talented and suitable expatriates that can work worldwide. Last but not least, Coca-Cola can find it difficult to fulfill its goals and objectives in a foreign country without careful selection and recruitment of expatriates. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter. Thank you.
The NURFAHYUNI. So I will continue to the last issue is political risk and highly cost. There are many issues associated with the expatriates, such as they can misunderstand the political situations, which can give rise to the political risk and can heavily cost to the company. Example of the political situations that bring the effects were the changes of the government and the implementation of the new law. Misunderstanding of the political situations in the host country can even lead to the ban of the company in the host country. Expatriate has to look for the local market to build up the relationship and increase the business connection for the company in the host country, even though he or she does not have command over the local language or has my experience managing and working with the local staff. The training and rewards of an expatriate are highly costly. It is because an expatriate, the tasks that given to them are difficult and need a lot of skill in order to complete the task. The extraordinary awards for an expatriate can lead to ill feelings in the local employees and can work as a demotivational factor for them. So, in order to maintain the relationship between companies and workers, the board of directors need to find the best solution for the companies. So, I will pass to the next presenter, Muhammad HAFIZ, and that's all from me. Thank you.
Thank you, No AMIRA AINA. Now, I will present examples of political risk and high costs. Because of the shortage of expertise and labor in the host nation, most businesses that wish to create branches, they must hire employees from that country. Of course, companies that do businesses with foreign government will face political risks. Most nations will impose labor force minimum wages. In Malaysia, for example, the government established minimum salaries to preserve workers' welfare. According to Iskandar 2022, Malaysia's Human Resource Minister, Datuk Seri M. Saravanan, released the Central Government Gazette on April 7, 2022 and uploaded it on the Attorney General's Office website to announce the introduction of a RM1,500 minimum wages commencing on May 1, 2022. Because government minimum wage, firms must pay greater labor costs. The corporation will have to pay more for employees as a result of the raised minimum wage. In order to cut costs, the corporation will need to reduce its workers. Thank you. Now, I will hand the baton to the next presenter, ADILAH.
For the past Now I will continue with the last part for this case study, which is conclusion and recommendation. Before that, my name is NOOR ADILAH HANIM binti SHAFI. Okay, in conclusion is that for this case study is we can see that sourcing is one of important tools for human resource management and international human resource management to select suitable and perfect candidates to fill for the vacant position. Next is recommendation. In general, after we have done and found few issues and example, we can recommend that human resource management and international human resource management should recruit based on what they need for that particular vacant position. So as the first problem we found is about staffing. Companies should identify what the requirement candidates that they really need. So the solution is easy. Companies should just state in that information for job vacancy. For the second problem is about selection. Selection is when the company already accepted candidates that met the requirements. In this selection, HRM and IHRM should be able to identify the background, the skills that candidates have. And for the last one is political high cost and problem. When it comes to global politics, it's not easy to understand ways of government for each country's works and what kind of their rules and regulations that company needs to follow and pay taxes. A company should know about these issues. As for the solutions, companies should take note and learn about giving rewards and train expatriates. That's all from our group. Thank you.